Hey, what's going on, guys? Just thought I'd give a little update on my Ryobi 18 volt uh, impact wrench. This is the older model. This is the P260. Um, it's got its share of work in it. Um, I've kind of been on the impact swing of things lately. I've been doing a lot of work with my car and also with my trailer. So getting everything ready for the upcoming mowing season. Um, at the end of the summer, I started having some issues with this. Now, this looks, well, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. But, all you guys who have impact wrenches, no, you don't use them too much. They're used, sparingly. I've had this probably 3 years, but probably at best, 7 to 8 hours on it. I'm just trying to think in my head. So it hasn't had so much use. You use it when maybe you're taking the lug nuts off your car to do the brakes, and with me with my trailer racks, that's pretty much the only time I use this thing. But I'm starting to have issues with the battery. Well, not really the battery. It's the actual wrench. But when I try to use it to take something off, one of the bolts off, say at 120 foot-pounds of torque, whenever it's kind of like something that is not really heavy duty, something that maybe 50, 60 foot-pounds, it goes through it pretty easily. But once I kind of test it a little bit with some higher torque, applications, something that's on there with 150 foot-pounds. This has a max rating of 200 foot-pounds. So anything between 0 and 200 foot-pounds, this is rated for. So it's a pretty decent impact wrench. I mean, they've come a long way. A lot of these impact wrenches, their newer model, the P261, has 300 foot-pounds capability. So this has 200. And Milwaukee has one that's 450. The DeWalt XR 700. So I mean, these things have pretty much eliminated the need for a compressor with a lot of applications, which is pretty good. Sorry, this is so shaky. I'm gonna be hopefully fixing it. But anyway, like I said, whenever I try to use it for a more heavy duty application, it shuts off. Then I have to take the battery off and put it back in and try it again. It gets the job done after, it feels like it's definitely lost some torque over the past couple years. But like I said, it looks worse than it's really been put through. When you work, you put it on the ground, your hands are all full of oil or grease, and it kind of just, but it doesn't look too bad. But this thing has been used very sparingly. So, I mean, this is more of an update that, $119. I would not recommend this Ryobi impact wrench. Now, it works. It gets the job done. If you have it and you like it, I mean, keep going with it. It's awesome. And this still works for me. But I have to take the battery out and then put it back in almost every time I use it. Even to take, the lug nuts off my truck, for instance. It's set at 130 foot-pounds around that. And, it takes the first one off. And then when I do the second one, I got to take the battery out, put it back on. It takes the second one off. Then it'll take the third one off. Then when I do the fourth one, I got to take the battery out. So it's having some issues like that. Nothing major. I definitely feel it's lost some torque. It's a 3.5, 4-year-old impact wrench. And don't get me wrong, it still works. It was still, a great buy. But, that's the thing, $120 for this. And this hasn't come down in price. You can actually still get this impact wrench from Home Depot. It's the same price as the 300 foot-pound. And that one has 3 lights 3 LED lights in the front, the P261. This only has the one light here. But, you know, for an extra $30, $40, I mean, it all matters what platform you're in. But if you're in the Ryobi platform, definitely get the P261 over this one. You're going to get 100 more foot-pounds of torque. But I've heard some issues with them also. But, you know, I mean, if you have any other platform out there, say Rigid, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Bosch, you know, and you're looking to get an impact wrench and you have Ryobi too, spend the extra $30, $40, $50, $60 and get, I mean, I just bought a Milwaukee impact wrench. I'm going to do a video on that maybe later today or tomorrow. But this is just a quick vid. You know, I kind of want to let you guys know what tools that I have that I'm kind of putting through the storm a little bit, and let you know how they're performing, and you know if I'm having any issues with them. But you know, it still works. But you know, if you have an opportunity, if you're looking for an impact wrench, and you have a Ryobi platform and maybe a Milwaukee, and you want to save a couple bucks because you don't really use it too much, you know, I would go with the Milwaukee. Or if you have DeWalt, I'd go with the DeWalt. Or if you have the Rigid, I'd go with the Rigid. But you know, the Rigid is very similar to this one. It's almost the same exact as the new one, as the P261. The Rigid one is just about the same as that, except it's orange. But that's about it. Just wanted to talk about this one a little bit, just for you guys out there. You know, like I said, it looks worse than it is. Doesn't have too many hours on it, but it's definitely given me some problems, some issues. So sorry about the house being a mess, and if you have any comments or questions about this wrench, just give me a comment and I'll answer it to the best I can. All right, I'll catch you on the next one.